Utalai Nusa is here. Good morning.
Good morning, Anton.
How are you doing today?
Grace, I'm fine. How about you?
I'm not bad.
Yes.
I can't complain.
Today is Thursday.
Yes.
Tomorrow will be Friday.
Yes.
Then weekend upon us.
Yes.
Yes, I love to see weekends. So I'm praying so that the days will go fast.
Well, we day inside. we day inside.
Charlie, what's up? How is the day treating you?
The day is okay. So far, so good.
far, so
Just
good.
that I'm a little hungry.
Oh,
So if you can
Thursday.
order some wache for us to eat,
Oh, that one.
that will be in order.
It's sorted. Bula says that I should tell you that it's sorted. You don't have.
Bola is not in the jurisdiction.
Oh,
Yes. So where did he tell you that I should tell you? You should tell me that it is sorted.
don't worry. You have forgotten.
Utalai
that-
Nusa.
You have
I
forgotten that.
will,
we are
I
in the
will, I
digital-
will prosecute you for perjury.
You
For
have
perjury.
forgotten that
You can't
we are
come
in
and
the
perjure yourself
You
here.
have forgotten that we are in the digital age.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. You have
So
forgotten.
you bring wache
Or
from
you
another
need-
jurisdiction.
So as for watching, you can just order it and through your phone. you get
So
it
place the order for the
on the
wache.
plate. Which type of wache do you want?
Oh,
Who's
I want,
wache?
I want very nice. I want wache that is nice. It doesn't
The one
matter
that
whose
is
wache
closer
it
to
is.
big gattes or the one that is.
No, not closer to big.
But the
Gattes.
best waches have always been around the big gattes.
It's a myth.
I disagree.
It's a myth.
I disagree.
It's a myth.
Point me one wache joint that you know it's not by a gata.
Antimony wache.
Antimony is wache.
Yes.
The late.
Alaji's wife.
Antimony, is it the one that we?
Yes, antimony. The late antimony. Alaji's wife. It's not by. Big
What has
Gata.
the business been doing in her absence?
The business is still
It's
running.
still
Of course,
running.
there are people who are running. You know,
okay.
so you should order some wache for me too. Reggie Rockstone's wache in a jar too.
It's
is
also
Rock's wache.
another top giant.
You know, so
wache.
it is not true.
Oh,
That
but
the best wache is by a gata.
well, we'll subject that to scrutiny.
And in
But
fact,
what
I
know is
generally
that
have
the
a
best-
problem with food that is sold by gatas.
It doesn't mean once they are by gatas, they are not they are contaminated or they are. But the point is that the best wache you can find. This one you can't dispute. it.
So
Your-
order
that your theory-
the wache.
That's your theory. I won't accept it.
Well, me, I'm
Yeah.
disputing your
All
theory.
you need is heavy wache with. You like wache?
So
with-
why are you ordering the wache?
on your wache?
So
what
I
do-
want
what-
some wache with some wache
What
with
and
a
what do you
little
want
bit.
on your wache?
That's what I'm describing for you.
Okay.
Some wache with some gari.
Okay.
You know,
Wache, gari.
some macaroni.
What's the difference between macaroni and Italia?
They are the same thing.
I sure they are the
They are
same.
the same
Ivy, I need Ivy.
They are the same thing.
So you want
Macaroni.
gari,
Macaroni. Okay. I think macaroni is part of the pasta group. So you see pasta,
yes.
right? So they have different kinds of pasta.
Those that you see.
And there's spaghetti. Okay, so let me say spaghetti.
Spaghetti,
Or let me just say talia. It's wache we are buying. So it's not macaroni. It's not pasta. It's talia. Okay, so
mami wache.
so wache
waches
with
ahena
gari,
Alberto.
then talia.
So you buy wache how much?
Oh, it depends on how they do the wache.
Oh, no, if you are buying wache,
Some places
you are not-
nowadays, if you don't have 10 CDs, you can't get
eat
yeah. So
wache.
it's from 10 CDs and above.
Okay, so
So let's
wache-
say wache 15 CDs.
Okay. Then you
Then-
buy
then
talia,
talia.
or macaroni.
Then talia, then gari.
Now, normally, when you mention in one like that, it doesn't know. So, gari and macaroni, you put the two together, they are twins.
I'm guessing. So after the talia and then the macaroni,
Then you want
then some
egg.
cocoa.
Okay.
Yeah, some fried plantain, you know, on the side.
Okay.
With some stew and then a little bit of shito.
With egg.
With egg.
Willy.
Then no wele.
You don't like
Just
willy?
egg and then meat.
What's the watch?
Then trinam meat, like the meat, the fried
the
meat.
dry one.
The fried meat, yes, that's one. You get that one on it.
I see.
Then you get some salad on the side.
You
You understand?
Talia,
Yeah.
salad.
Then you add fish.
When you with the power.
Then you add fish. So place the order.
When you with the power.
Place the order.
As you please the order.
Yes, please the
Okay.
order.
So
Please the order.
you don't
Because I'm very hungry as I'm sitting here. Can't you see it on my face? Can't you see it written on my
what
face
did you do
how hungry
last
I
night
am?
that you are hungry this early morning?
I didn't do anything last night.
Eh,
Just that I didn't also eat before I slept last night.
oh, okay.
I ate in the afternoon, early in the afternoon.
And that was
Before
all.
no, it wasn't even the
Are
afternoon.
you
It was
doing
before 12.
010.
Yesterday I did 010.
010.
Yeah. So after I ate, I didn't eat again
So
until
what,
I
what do you
went to
plan
bed.
to do today? 110 or
It depends.
it depends.
It depends on my pocket. It depends on my pocket and what can I afford.
it
So
is
if you're able to order the wache,
Okay, so
I
that'll
can
be
do I can do, you know, 101.
One. Oh,
If you order the
Today
wache.
is a Thursday. I'm born on Thursday, so
But if you don't order the wache, it will be 010. So
today you get 101. or if possible, to 111.
So let the watch it flow. Let the watch it flow. Let the
Auntie
watch it
needs to
flow.
watch it.
You cry, owe me for my birthday.
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
I do, and I've not forgotten. Even government of Ghana, Bank of Ghana, is still owing. You get it? That one, I'll pay.
Okay, so let's go to court, shall
Yes.
we? Getting into court yesterday, of course, a lot of things happened in court.
I'm
right?
sure yesterday you had the feel of the Supreme Court, the ambience, the atmosphere, and then the way the whole system, the whole scene was.
We're expecting the
Yes.
Supreme Court to give us a judgment,
Yes.
a ruling on the injunctions,
interlocutory injunctions,
yes, filed by Dr. Amanda Odoi
That is so.
and Richard Delasky.
Yes.
And what happened?
Yes. What happened is what happened. So yes.
Indeed.
So
What happened? What
yesterday-
happened is what happened.
Yeah,
indeed.
what happened is what happened.
What
So
happened is
yesterday,
what happened indeed.
like you mentioned, we're all anticipating, we're all looking at the Apex Court, the 5-member panel, the Chief Justice Gertrude Saki Tokonu, by the think of the fact that she is the Chief Justice, automatically she would chair the panel. Then we have Justice Mariama Owusu. For those who remember Justice Mariama Owusu, she was the one that presided over the Major Mahama murder trial. And remember, some 12 persons were sentenced to life in prison. Then we have Justice Professor Henrietta Mensah Bonsu, Justice of the Supreme Court. Currently, you notice that she came from University of Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Then we have Justice Ernest Gau. Then Justice Yao Dakun Asari. So these 5. Yesterday, the whole country was looking up to them. Then the case was called. Then the Chief Justice indicated that yes, this is our ruling. So our ruling means that we had a determination for them to. Then before we could hear, the point is that they have looked at the substantive matter. They want to expedite hearing. They have also looked at submissions made and some of the things that the parties have canvassed. To the best approach would be to unitize all the applications and the substantive matter and deliver decisions on the very last day that the substantive matter is heard, completed, and then the court is about. So the court will deal with the injunction. If there's a way, then it will go with the substantive matter. So yesterday, Justice Tokonu said that we are deferring our decision until such time that the substantive matter is heard. Let's listen to Justice Tokonu when she was reading the ruling of the panel in relation to Dr. Amanda Odoi's interlocutory injunction.
Having therefore diligently analyzed all the material processes on the record in this instant application and listened to oral submissions by learned counsel for the parties, our decision is to reserve our verdict on the interlocutory application until the final determination of the substantive suit, at which point we will render a comprehensive judgment that addresses all aspects of the case, including the current application for injunction. In conclusion, the decision of this court on this application for an interlocutory injunction is hereby deferred to abide the outcome of the determination of the substantive suit.
Yes, so that is the Chief Justice to deliver a complete decision. So they want to unitize all the issues in question.
And when will they deliver that? After legal vacation?
Most definitely, that is the possibility. Yes, because this legal year, today is the 18th of July, right? The legal year is ending on the 31st of July.
Yeah.
So how many days left? 13 days from. That is less than 2 weeks.
And they can't hear the substantive case
Take away the weekends.
within these 13 days.
Yes, so everything is pointing to the fact that this case will be heard again
After legal
in
vacation.
the next legal year or in the new legal year in October. That October, for now, will be the earliest date. Remember that the parties are even yet to complete filing their issues. And they also made a point. Yesterday made a point that they will want the case consolidated because they are very similar instead of being called separately. And the court said yes. If you want to do that, the court will Attorney General Godfred Yeboah Dame, in fact, agreed with the call for the case to be consolidated. But of course, after Dr. Amanda Odoi's ruling, the Supreme Court, the case of Richard Sky was also called. But the Apex Court made reference, or they referenced what they said in Dr. Amanda's case. Let's hear the Chief Justice again.
This court delivered its ruling in the matter of Amanda Odoi versus Speaker of Parliament and Attorney General. The considerations in that matter, in our ruling in that matter, are referred to and adopted herein. In view of the dispute over even critical factual contents of the parliamentary process, this court defers its ruling on the instant application for interlocutory injunction until full and complete hearing of the present suit. This is our ruling.
So that is our ruling.
Essentially the same ruling.
Essentially, so the court is saying that whatever will happen in Dr. Amanda Odoi's case, it is the same thing that Richard Sky and his lawyers to look up to. So yesterday, all the two application rulings were deferred until a later date or indefinitely. And we all know that the legal vacation is just at the corner. So your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
The earliest day that you are talking about. But of course, let's hear from lawyer for Richard Sky, Mr. Pakwesi Abedu, what he thinks the decision of the court means to the case.
We don't do anything to prejudice the outcome of the application. So we say that invariably, indirectly, it is still restraining any party from doing anything contrary to the demands of the application.
I mean, for clarity, as far as you are concerned, you do not expect Parliament to transmit the bill.
No, they can't do it insofar as this matter is pending. Otherwise, it will amount to contempt of court. To the best of our understanding of the law. When the court speaks about an early trial, in effect, what it means is that it will speed up the process towards the determination of the matter, so that this whole issue of injunction before final determination will no longer take a center stage.
With a legal vacation inside, how soon do you expect this thing to happen? If you're having in mind that the court is asking you to file your own process and cooperating.
As an officer of the court, I'm not in the least in the position to dictate the timetable of the courts. But the farthest I can say is that pleadings have not closed in the matter, as you might have rightly heard from the Attorney General. They are yet to file their response. And I believe counsel for the first defendant is also yet to file. So until those processes are filed, nobody can tell when we'll be giving date for our next appearance.
Okay, so that is Pakwesi Abedu, counsel for Mr. Richard Sky, speaking after the court's ruling yesterday, or the court decision to defer their ruling on an interlocutory injunction to a later date. But what has the Attorney General, Godfred Yeboah-Dame, been saying? He's one person who, in fact, during the argument stage, he didn't say that I'm opposing to the interlocutory injunction or I'm not opposed to that. All that he said to the court was for the court to look at if there's any issue of law for the court to deal with and respond to it. But you can infer from his submission that one way or the other, he supports the injunction. Let's hear from the Attorney General.
I think that's the main issue. I mean, the point is that the country ought to know that we're a country governed by a constitution. The constitution that prevails over everyone. We're all under the constitution and laws of Ghana. And therefore, the actions of every person must be determined within the premises of the law. Same as a person can even question my constitutional right to prosecute in this country. We have seen that many times. Citizens of the country even file applications, the Supreme Court questioning the Attorney General's power to enter and prosecute in a certain matter and that kind of thing. And it comes up for determination of the Supreme Court. It's the same way that a decision or an action taken by Parliament can be questioned by citizens of the country. And so, for me, the questions are raised during the hearing of the application for interlocutory injunction, where ones that for me have not been determined in this country, and today it has not been determined. It's the very first time that a private member's bill is, or issues regarding private member's bill are coming up for determination. But private member's bill are quite novel. Occurred only in the time of the former parliament, the 7th parliament, headed by Speaker Mr. Michael Quay. It was in his time. Of course, it was with my help as Deputy Attorney General that we all sat down, we had a roundtable conference, and then we sat down to craft ways of empowering Parliament to engender or produce its own bills. And it was in the time of the last parliament headed by Professor Okoye that the first parliament members bill was passed, and really was without controversy because it did not have any implications for the taxpayer. Now, there are a lot of bills being churned through Parliament now on account of private members, which really have implications for public purse. And I think for me, as the Attorney General of the Republic, it's a question of important consideration that the court ought to really consider. Because since 1957, as I indicated to the court, since 1957, every constitution the country has had, apart from the 1961, has had provisions on Article 108, which is akin to Article 108 in it. And there has not been any case at all found questioning the circumstances, the ambit, or the extent to which a person can commence a bill which has implications for the taxpayer, but which do not go through the requirements of Article 108.
So, Godfred Yeboah-Dame, the Attorney General, also stating his position or his points yesterday after the decision of the Apex Court, the panel presided over by Chief Justice Gertrude Saki Tokonu, comprised of 3 women and 2 gentlemen. So that is it. For now, we do not know when exactly this case will be back in court again, but the earliest time that I can tell you is that it should be going to October, because from August 1 to the end of September is a legal year, and the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal is automatic. As for the High Court, will be some few vacation court sitting. The District and Circuit Court will also work, but the Supreme Court, the highest court of the land, and the Court of Appeal, the second highest court of the land, they are going on vacation, full vacation. Yes.
All right, but well, there'll be other cases in court, won't there?
Yes.
So the Tema Mpakadan train case,
Yes.
what's up with that? We're expecting it today?
No, that case.
Oh, that happened yesterday?
That happened yesterday.
So what happened yesterday?
I told you that
case?
The court presided over by Justice Lydia Osei-Mafo was expected to conduct case management conference because prosecution at the last sitting could not, the disclosures filed, the court didn't have a copy, and then the accused persons didn't have a copy. Yesterday, it was clear that all the parties had their copies. So case management conference was conducted, and now it is clear that prosecution will be calling 3 witnesses to prove their case, and that has been established. And all of them will be speaking English. That has also been established. And so Justice Lydia Osei-Mafo, after that was made clear, has adjourned the case to October 17th. So I've been taking notice of how the cases have been adjourned. From July now, you are going to October. So this case will come back again on the 17th of October. Meanwhile, yesterday, lawyers of 2 of the 4 accused persons prayed or moved a motion for bail variation. Ever since they were granted bail, they are struggling to execute the bail conditions. So yesterday, they made that prayer. Justice Lydia Osei-Mafo heard them and then accepted their request. So their bail conditions were revised from 200,000 Ghana cedis with 2 sureties to be justified to now 1 to be justified. So, and then the bail sum was also reduced to 150. And then the court is saying that whatever processes that they landed property with all documentation fully assured, they should bring that to ensure that that particular bail. So that case of the Tema Mpakadan train accident, in which the driver already has been convicted and sentenced, but the remaining 4 now who are standing trial for abetting that will have to come back again in October 17th.
All right. So what about the Saglemi housing case?
Yes. So,
what's up with that?
Yes. Saglemi housing case is expected to come today. At the last court sitting, what happened was to the effect that lawyers of Alhaji Collins Dauda are subjecting the second defense prosecution witness, I beg your pardon, to cross-examination after he was done with his evidence in chief by way of reading his witness statement. So this case is before Justice Ernest Ousudapa. Today, they will have a little over 1 hour 30 minutes to conclude their cross-examination. But the court has also indicated that there's some 1 hour that would be allotted them if the 2 hours initially agreed on is not sufficient. But that will be subject to the discretion of the court and how the witness respond to questions and all that. So that is what we do expect in this very case of the Saglemi Affordable Housing case involving Alhaji Collins Dauda, Kweku Ajiman Mensah, Nuvi Tete Angelo, and Alhaji Ziblim Yakubu. And the contractor already, we know that he's no more. So he's no more part of the trial before Justice Ernest Osudapa.
All right. And the ambulance case?
Yes, today, Ernest Jakpa, the third accused person, businessman, of course.
How is he doing?
Yes, he's doing well.
Mr. Richard Jakpa.
Yes. So he's back in court today, expecting that he will call his witnesses. He will start his witnesses. At the last court, initially he indicated that he will be calling 8 witnesses. Now, the last court sitting, when the case was called for him to call his first witness, the witness didn't come. He filed a subpoena. The subpoena was granted, and in that subpoena, we know already kind of people that he wanted. The Speaker of Parliament is one of them. Chief of Defense Staff is one of them. He's also asking the second accused person at the time, who has since been discharged because of the Attorney General's nolle prosequa, Mr. Sylvester Anemana. He said he wants him to also come and testify, among others. So in all, he wants 10 people to come to court to give the court information regarding his how he wants to defend himself and all that. And so today, Mr. Richard Jakpa is back in court. He's the man whose case, or who is mounting defense now, because already prosecution and then Dr. Kasila Tufosin have all closed their defense and all that. So that is what we do expect today in relation to the ambulance case. Mr. Jakpa is expected to call his witness today.
All right. So still talking about cases that are expected to come up in court today. The recruitment scam case.
Captain Abel Nati, remember that last week broke the news that there was a military officer who was a subject matter of court's bench warrants, because there was a case against him and he was nowhere to be found. Prosecution indicated to the court that they have tried, including sending wireless messages to the military. All of them have failed, and so the court should ensure that the said officer appear in court by way of issuing a bench warrant. The court did so, and then days later, when the information got to the attention of the military, they immediately produced the officer in question, and he was in court, and then they rescinded that bail, in fact, that bench warrant. In fact, the military told the court that the police misled the court to issue that bench warrant because the police did not inform them that they want the officer. So the police is tarnishing their image, and they want the court to caution them. But the court said, look, that will not, whatever has happened, the effects or the significance of a bench warrant is to ensure that somebody who is being looked for appears. So the lawyers made the point. Lawyer Jamal Tonzwa, who represented the accused person who is defending the military in relation to this, also made a prayer that, look, all that the court wants is the accused person come to court. And then the officers or the military has also made a point that they have assigned officer detailed person to accompany him to court virtually every day. So anytime that the case will be recorded, they will ensure that Captain Abel Nati will be in court. And the case was adjourned to today. In fact, it was also granted a self-recognizance bail. So today, we expect him and the first accused person to be in court in relation to an alleged recruitment scam involving 136,000 Ghana cedis.
And finally, the alleged leaked tape involving former chairman of the NDC, Samuel Ofosu-Ampofo.
Yes, remember that in the run-up to the 2020 elections, there were a whole lot of issues and all that. Samuel Ofosu-Ampofo, the then national chairman of the NDC, and Anthony Kweku Boahin were charged, arraigned, and pleaded not guilty. Prosecution called 3 witnesses to close their case. The court presided over by Justice and Samuel Esiedu, now a justice of the Supreme Court, held that there is a prima facie evidence for the accused persons to respond to the questions that have been put before the court. And so they were asked to open their defense. For some time now, Samuel Ofosu-Ampofo, because of health grounds, was not in the country, traveled to have some surgery and all that. to such a time that even last time in April, the court warned that if he was not present, then Anthony Kweku Boahene, who is the second accused person, should be ready to open his defense. And then Samuel Ofosu-Ampom eventually arrived in town. But of course, the date that the court fixed that he should come, the lawyers led by Tony Later produced a document or an excuse duty from their lawyers, and then an evidence to show that Samuel Ofosu-Ampom had a setback in his leg when during the surgeries and all that, post-surgery setback and all that. So the court should oblige them an adjournment, which was granted. So today, we expect that case will come to court, and then whatever will happen, we'll know more in relation to this.
All right. Thank you very much, Murtala Inusa, for bringing us that update on court today. And I'm still waiting for the watcher, by the way.
Most definitely. The watcher will be at the background for you. So just serve our listeners.
Okay.
And when
All
you
right.
finish, I'll also serve you.
Thank you very much. It's 8:05 a.m. You're still listening to The Morning Star here on Star 103.5 FM.